Joe, why is Coach Robert Saleh the right person for the Jets right now?
Robert brings passion. He brings intensity. We were really impressed with his presence and his plan, his vision for what he wanted the identity of the team to look like, and then his plan for the exact path to get us there. So there's a lot of things that really impress you when you spend a little time with Coach Saleh, but those things stood out.
You know, you mentioned vision in your answer just now. You also mentioned vision as part of the characteristics that you wanted in a head coach. Without giving away state secrets, how would you describe Coach Saleh's vision for this team?
Physical. He wants to play fast. He wants to play physical. He wants to play smart. And so those are all the characteristics that we're trying to build in this team. Love a lot of his mantras. Love the all gas, no break. I mean, the energy that he brings, his ability to connect and engage with every player he's been around in his career in the National Football League and college football. So we were thrilled to hear more about his vision and the specifics on the identity of the team that he wants.
And had you ever met before the process?
No, actually, no. We had never had a chance to meet before this process. So the first time we met was actually on the Zoom interview. Everything that we had heard about Robert leading up to the Zoom interview was quickly confirmed, just with his integrity, his passion, his energy, just very impressive.
And how would you describe the difference of the first interview and the second interview, other than the nature of one being virtual and one being in person?
I feel like we were able to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time on the Zoom interviews. I thought the Zoom interview format was very helpful throughout this process, but actually being able to get him in the same room with me and Christopher and Jaime, just being around him, just you get a better feel for his presence. And just his command when he walks into a room. So those were some of the really important things that I think the second in-person interview brought.
Was there a moment when you thought that, you know what, I think this is the right choice for the Jets? What was that moment like, and what was the decision between you, Christopher Johnson, and Jaime Elhai? What was that conversation like that you wanted to put the ball forward here?
Yeah, well, we interviewed quite a few worthy candidates. I mean, some unbelievable coaches throughout the landscape of football. And so it was a difficult decision, but when we went over the criteria that we were looking for in the next leader of our football team, it came pretty quickly that Robert checked all of those boxes. And so, it was a great conversation, and there was a lot of excitement in the room.
What was this process like for you? You mentioned casting a wide net at the beginning of it, your first head coaching search since 2008. So what was this process like for you, and how would you describe the nature of the process?
Yeah, it was stressful at first just because I hadn't been part of a process in any way, shape, or form since 2008, like you mentioned. So you wanted to make sure that we would have the best process going into this. And so we wanted to be detailed. We wanted to be thorough. We wanted to be organized. We wanted to make sure we asked the right questions. We wanted to make sure we assembled the right group of candidates. And so I think from my end, it was a tremendous learning experience. Just being able to sit down with different coaches from different backgrounds and really digging into their philosophy on what they're trying to build, digging into what's led to their success in the past, getting to know these guys on a personal and professional level. That was a very unique thing, and I definitely appreciated that.
And then lastly, Joe, this is the first domino in what you described as a very important offseason. So now that that's behind us, what's next for you, and what's next for the collaboration of everyone in the organization?
Yeah, so I know Coach Saleh came in early this week. A lot of his staff has come in. We're trying to get everybody settled. I know that there's some final pieces that we're trying to get settled in terms of his staff. Really, the next step for us is, after we get through media, is that we're going to get together. We're going to roll up our sleeves, get together, have meetings, go over the team, really have essentially would be a similar format to our end of season meetings, and just go through each member of the team. And then we'll get into the process of unrestricted free agent evaluations and college draft evaluations. But I think one of the most important things we're going to do is get together and go over our own team.
Awesome. Joe, appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.